A lot of times after we've finished doing large group work, we divide the students or the participants down into groups. So if we're going to divide them down into groups, many times when they get in the group, they say, well, you're going to speak for us, or we don't want to do that, or we don't want to take notes, we just want to be here. So what I have found through my experience, I would break the large group down into smaller groups, and if there were 6 people in a group, I'd have them number off from 1 to 6. Once they've done that, I'd say all the ones raise their left arm, number 2's the right arm, number 3 scratch their head, number 4 touch their right shoulder, number 5 their left shoulder, and number 6 just wave your hands. So that would create a little bit of fun, but it would also make sure that everyone in the group has a number. Next thing, I would assign them a role. For example, number 1, you're going to be involved in writing down what your group is saying. So you'll need the marker and the piece of flip chart paper. Number 2, you're going to be responsible for getting any of the tools that the group needs. If they need an extra marker, if they need paper, or if they need tape, you would take on that role. Number 3, you would be the person representing the group. So when we come back together as a large group, you would be presenting on behalf of your group. Now, number 4, you would be the paper hanger-upper. So that means you would hang onto the flip chart while number 3 would be reading off what the group has come up with. And since that's such a hard job, number 5, you would be the assistant to the paper hanger-upper. So then you'd have 2 of you, and number 6, you're the timekeeper. And what that means is you've given a certain amount of time and keeping people on track, making sure everyone in the group has something to say. Now that could be done with one exercise, and then if they have to go back and do another exercise, you can mix the numbers up so people change roles as they go through. However, I must mention I was doing this for quite a few times until one day we're in class and we came to the 3rd group that was going to present. And the person that was going to present on behalf of the group said, "Alf, I'm not doing it." And everybody looked around and, "No, I'm not doing it." So anyways, I was fortunate someone else in the group decided to do it. They presented, but at the end of class, that student came over to me and said, "Alf, I've never been so intimidated in my life." I said, "Well, why?" She says, "English is my second language, and I didn't have confidence enough to do that." So what I have learned from that, whoever takes on that role, I usually ask, "Do you feel comfortable?" And if the person doesn't feel comfortable, they have the option to trade off with someone else. Showing appreciation. How was that? That was pretty snappy.